We're going to look at some more enduring patterns now than just the parts of the body. We're going to look at the overall body. By the way, going through these body parts is not like giving us more ammunition to criticize ourselves because of our ankles are. It's all about self-awareness. So all of these things are taken with a dose of compassion and some humor. We can have some joy and humor in the wonderful creatures that we are. And sometimes we get fixed in certain patterns that aren't exactly what we want to communicate to the world. So it's nice to be able to become aware of these things. In general, the overall energy can be one of the energy being up and held up. In Western culture, probably more common or identified with men, to be overinflated, to have this energy all up and be in the head and in control and in charge. Whereas the legs are relatively weak. And so it's very important to hold your position and to be in command because of the fear of falling down, what's underneath. Or the energy in general is suppressed and held down. And it's always deferring to others. It's not letting you go first. It's not expressing what my needs or desires are. And again, there's a whole bunch of fear that can be associated or past experiences with that. So how is our overall pattern of energy in life? And how can we come to balance with it? There's a general right and left division in our bodies. If you took a photograph of a person, the face or their whole body, and you put the two right halves into one whole composite and the two left halves into the other, guess what? Different people. And how is that balance in us? How's our right and left half? Now, generically, metaphysically, they talk about the left as being the more receptive side, the side that can adapt and be more accommodating, or yin, often associated with feminine traits of ability to assimilate and take all sides into consideration. Right side being more logical and rational and single-focused and pointed, often associated with the yang or the male energies. And how do they communicate? What is our inner marriage of our male and female? What we're promoting here is happy marriage. We're promoting that our male and female isn't just stereotyped, and we're in a continual fight with ourselves about who's in charge. We'll get to that a little later today about where some of these patterns may come from and the early templates in our life. Balance. What's the overall balance of your body? I like to think of if you had a lead egg that was about 3 feet tall, I mean lead, really heavy egg, 3 feet tall. If it were in perfect balance, you could hold it up with one finger. But the more off balance that egg was tilted, the more energy it would take to hold up. Well, think of our body as being all of these parts, and how are they in balance with one another? If the pelvis, for example, is being held back because of certain traumas and the head is being forward, it takes a lot of energy just to stand up. We're exerting a lot of energy because of all the compensations that we're doing in order to look whole. Truth is, of course, we are whole. And the key here isn't about getting a bodybuilding magazine no, it's about letting go of the areas that we no longer need to protect ourselves with. Grounding and balance are another area, looking at the whole picture of the body. How much do I feel like I'm at home on earth and in balance? So all of these things, again, are for us to become more aware of in a loving way. When we ask someone how they are, we're picking up these body messages all the time. So the things that Jane and I are talking about today aren't like, oh my God, what a revelation. We all intuitively pick up these messages from one another, but we've learned to be polite. We've learned to pretend that we don't see them. Andy, how are you today? Well, I'm looking at Andy's feet and his legs. How's the pelvis held today? How's your tummy? Ooh, good, good. Yeah, yeah. No, we're too polite to take in the whole person that obviously. We wait till they walk away and then we take a glance. We're getting all the messages.
So even though I said I was fine,
Right. Okay. We're going to do something else with the whole picture, so to speak. And we're going to play with it a little bit.